What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And yes, I know I promised a new video every week. Missed out last week. My bad. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I got caught up in a lot of things and didn't have the time to really shoot a video. This video that I'm doing now was supposed to be done last week, but hey, we're here. Hopefully you guys aren't too bummed. My last video, my Nike SB collection, hopefully that kind of won you over, because it was a long video. I think the longest video on my channel right now, I believe. And if you haven't seen it, after this video, make sure you go check it out. I'll put the link up here somewhere. So please do me a favor, check it out, drop some likes. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've been here before, drop a like on this, show some support, drop a comment. I appreciate it, it goes a long way. But with that being said, new video this week. And this week I've had a lot of questions about this, and I've heard a lot of stories about these things. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the difference between Affirm and Afterpay. So we're about to dive into that real quick. So let me just get set, get ready, grab a snack or two. This video shouldn't be too long, but it's very informative. 1 minute. Alright, so first off, you're gonna start off with Affirm. So Affirm, I know it's on a couple other websites right now, but I'm talking about it mostly for StockX and GOAT, because that's what I've used the app for. So, well, not the app, the creditor, but they do have an app if you want to check it out. Affirm has an app and Afterpay has an app. So with Affirm now, let's say for example you're looking for a shoe and the shoe costs, let's say $380 after tax and processing fees and everything. Let's just say it just goes up to like $400. So you add up everything, and on the checkout, instead of putting your debit or credit card information, you click Affirm. When you click Affirm, it's going to take you to another window where Affirm's going to ask you a couple of questions as far as like your address, I believe, your phone number, your email address, your social, some personal stuff, because they are accredited. They want to make sure everything's legit. And it's going to load up. It's going to take you a couple of seconds before they give you an answer on how they're going to give you the money for you to buy the shoe. So based off of Affirm, it's all about your credit. So if your credit's good, more likely you're gonna get the opportunity to buy that shoe. If your credit's bad, you might be in some trouble. So you're gonna get three choices. Either one, they're gonna tell you, sorry, we can't help you because your credit score is low, or you have bad credit, and it's gonna say, it's a dub, we can't loan you the money. The second choice they're gonna tell you is, all right, so this is kind of if your credit's in okay standing, I believe. So they tell you, it's like, all right, put down $100 and something right now, or a certain amount of money, and then pay off the rest within 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So 3, 6, and 12, they're all gonna add like personal interest on it. So you pay down however you gotta pay down now, and then you pay off the rest in 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. With the longer you pay it off, the higher the interest rate. So let you know that right now. Or the last choice they'll give you is just like, great, you've been approved. You can pay off, you don't have to pay anything right now. You can pay off the shoe in 3 months with no interest, 6 months with interest, or 12 months with a higher interest rate. So those are the three choices. No go, put a down payment and pay it off 3 months, 6 months is 12, or put no down payment and pay it off in 3 months with no interest, 6 months, or 12. Sounds good, right? Everything's swell. You're paying off the shoe, you're helping to build your credit, because I know a lot of people that start using Affirm, either they don't have any real credit or they just want to build their credit more. So to each his own. I don't knock anybody that use these things. I've used them. I had to try them out so I could talk to you guys about it. But there's some cons that come with that. So what are the cons, you may ask? So it's not going to be nothing straightforward, but it's just you got to use Affirm wisely. And when I say use Affirm wisely, I'm saying that make sure you understand how much you're paying monthly and the plans that you're taking. So what I'm saying, because I have a couple of friends that had some issues with Affirm. I personally had an issue with Affirm. My issue, I'm gonna dive in last, but the first issue I've heard about is people taking out multiple things on Affirm. What I mean by that is they buy a shoe on Affirm. All right, great. They gotta pay like maybe $60 a month, or probably less, whatever. They're like, all right, only paying $60 a month. I get this shoe, let me get another shoe. Let me get this, let me get that. they purchase so many things at one time on Affirm that monthly payment is damn near like a bill, like $400 or $500 plus the other bills that you have. So it's kind of hard to maintain it. And since you're a creditor, their money has to come from your debit card. It can't come from, or a debit account. It can't come from like another credit card. So you have to make sure you have the money to pay them. And if you don't pay, you're gonna have late fees and it's gonna destroy your credit. So my thing with Affirm, if I'm using it, I make sure that I'm affirming one thing, and as soon as that thing is paid off, I may use it again. But when it comes to the monthly payments, if you have all the money and you just want to try it out and you paid 1 month and you're like, I could pay off the rest, by all means, pay off the rest. You can pay early, you can pay on time, just don't pay late. That's the whole thing. They have auto pay set up, but I don't really do auto pay me personally. So that's one thing. Be aware of how much things you're affirming at one time. The second issue I heard with people that did Affirm is that they put in like a different email address, email that they don't really check like that. Affirm emails you about 3 or 4 days before the payments due. So if you're not checking your email address and you got a lot of things going on and you forgot about your payment, then payments add up, the late fees add up, and it's destroying your credit and you don't even know. So please be aware that whatever email that you put to that Affirm account is an email that you're constantly checking and you get notifications on, because that's the whole way Affirm can mess you up, because it's a pretty good system. Either you get the shoe or you don't get the shoe, and if you get the shoe, just follow the payment plan. You got auto pay set up, you could do that, or just make sure you're up to date with how much the payment plan is and the date. So those are the only real cons that I've heard, that I've come across people that had Affirm. Either they affirm too many things at one time, or two, they just forgot about the payments and then it built up and it's hurting them right now. My personal thing with Affirm, I affirmed a pair of shoes on GOAT. They're a pair of Nike SB Huxtables. So this is before GOAT started adding sales tax and everything. I affirmed the shoe. The shoe came. So what happened is there was some sole separation on the shoe. So I was just like, nah, I don't like these. Like, I don't want the shoe with sole separation. I know it's an old shoe, but I don't know how this got past like authentication. So I sent the shoe back. So with the return policy on Affirm on GOAT is that they don't cancel the claim on Affirm. GOAT gives you the money back as GOAT credit, and you still have to pay off Affirm for the money that they loaned you. So that whole situation kind of like had me like, what the hell? So I had the money that I paid for with Affirm on GOAT, but I can't withdraw it because it's a GOAT credit. So I have to pay off what the money I took from GOAT. I gotta pay off the money I took from Affirm, but I still have this much money on GOAT. So now I have to use this because it's GOAT credit, and then I still have to pay off Affirm. So that whole situation blew my mind. I was just like, yo, this is crazy, because what if I didn't want anything else on GOAT? Now I'm just stuck with this GOAT credit, and then I'm still have to pay off Affirm because of the money that they loaned me. So that was my whole issue with that. I still ended up paying off Affirm one time, and I just had that GOAT credit there, and I used that GOAT credit for the Off-White All Hallows Eve blazer. So it worked out in some way. So that's my whole take on Affirm. So if you're gonna use Affirm, those are like pretty much the pro tips on it. Just be cautious of how much things you're taking out, and just be wary. Like I said, it's a good thing because it helps you build your credit for people that don't have credit, and it's just another good way for people to grab shoes if they don't have the money for the shoe at the time, but they could pay it off in the payment plan. There you go, Affirm. Next, we're going to get into Afterpay. So Afterpay, I already got to talk too much because it's a little bit different than Affirm, and only GOAT offers Afterpay right now. I know you can use Afterpay on other websites, but I was just talking for, like I said earlier, only with the sneaker sites, and StockX doesn't use Afterpay, so if you want Afterpay, it's only on GOAT. So how Afterpay works pretty much, you can use your debit card or your credit card, except American Express. I don't believe they take Amex, so I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. So for example, with Afterpay, you go on, let's say the shoe is like $200 after tax and everything. They break it down into 4 installments, and you pay $50 now, then the next 50 like in every 2 weeks. So bi-weekly, bi-weekly, and bi-weekly until you finish off the payment. So with Afterpay, you have to develop a relationship with them first. And what I mean by that is, sure, like on GOAT, there's a different Afterpay pops up and then it disappears. So for example, if you're on Go and you're browsing for a shoe, let's say like the shoe is say $1,100, and you try to check out Afterpay, the Afterpay mark won't be there. That option won't be there because that's too high of a number for Afterpay to loan you. So that's just gonna disappear automatically. But if you're on Go and you're looking on a shoe for like $600 and you click Afterpay, it'll load up. It'll tell you, hey, sorry, we can't loan you this. We can't do this because we don't really have that much of a relationship. We don't really know you like that, so we can't just give you this shoe for that down payment. You have to start small and build with us, and the more you build with us, the higher you can take out on Afterpay. So you have to start small. You have to build a relationship with them so they can trust you, so you can get a higher amount that you can take out. So like I said, with Afterpay, pretty simple. You go, you take out whatever shoe. You have to start small. So start with like your little $200 shoe, your $100 shoe, whatever. Build a relationship with them, and the better the relationship, the more they'll let you start taking out when it comes to like more expensive shoes. The most expensive shoe I did for Afterpay personally was probably like, I think the total of the shoe was like $5 and change, and I Afterpayed it and it went through. And at first, when I tried to use Afterpay on a shoe, they dubbed it. They was just like, nah, we're not allowing that, because I just wanted to test it out to see how it works. So that's the whole thing with Afterpay. Pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. But what you want to do is make sure you have the money, because I haven't had any incidents of a late fee on Afterpay. I don't know if anybody else have, but me personally, nothing like that. So I know they have a late fee charge, but I haven't gone through it. I haven't heard any bad situations from Afterpay, but just give you guys a heads up if you're trying to use Afterpay. Start small and then build the relationship so the higher you can get out. So that's pretty much it. So for all the people that's trying to use Affirm and Afterpay, those are pretty much all the tools that you need to know. Until next time, guys, it's been cool. It's been fun talking to you guys. Missed you guys last week. So, subscribe, drop a like on this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Of course, as always, peace, love, positivity, and I'll see you next time. And I'm out.